My name is Vanessa Reneau, and this is Special Library Events presentation, where we will talk about book fairs, author visits, and Drop Everything and Read Day. Special library events are a great way to show everyone in the community school that reading can be a lot of fun. First, we'll start with book fairs. You might be wondering, why should my school even have a book fair? Well, to begin with, book fairs allow students to easily purchase books. A lot of times, kids don't have the chance to just go to a store anytime they want to pick up a book, but in book fairs, we bring the books to them. Second, parents and students can find and buy books together. This is a great way for kids to have a chance to spend time together, with the focus being great literature. Donations of books can be given to the library and the teachers. When parents show up to shop at the book fair, librarians can have wish lists that the teachers have completed or gift certificates available for parents to purchase, and the teachers' classroom libraries can really grow. Finally, book fairs can be an awesome fundraiser for the library. Oftentimes, it's our only fundraiser, so if we make book fairs really big and a great priority, then our budget can really boom. Let's talk about when you're organizing your book fair. First, call your book fair distributor, maybe Scholastic or another distributor, and explain your book fair needs. You can be very, very specific about what you want to see arrive at your book fair. Maybe you only want books, no posters, no trinkets, no little toys, only books. Then you can let them know that. You can also let them know if you want books of a certain price range to match your students' needs. Also, schedule a date with your administration and book fair distributor. Make sure that it matches for both parties. And when you're making your date, decide if you want to connect the book fair to a special event or a holiday. Sometimes it's a good idea to have your book fair during Texas Public Schools Week or during the month of December to prepare for Christmas, but put some thought into that and figure out how you can have the most traffic at your book fair. Now, decide if you want to have a family night or community night. These are great things because parents, teachers, school board members, different people in the community will have a chance to shop in the evening because they're at work during the day, so they'll be able to come in the evening and purchase all the books they want to support your library program. And enlist a team of parent volunteers to assist you in all aspects of the book fair. Make sure that these parents are very trustworthy, very reliable, very honest individuals because they'll be working with merchandise and money, and make sure that they have great attitudes and can work well with children in sometimes highly stressful situations. Continuing on in organizing your book fair, promote and publicize this in the school and the community. Send home lots of flyers with the students and really talk it up with them. Put up signs all through the school. Even put information on the library blog or the library website or the school website. And even better, place information in the newspaper of the town so that everyone can see that during this week they have a mission, and that is to support your library at the book fair. To help your book fair run smoothly, consider creating a schedule of when everyone can shop. Come up with a schedule with your administrators to ensure that all students have the chance to shop, but they don't miss a great deal of class time doing so. Have a plan for the parents to donate books to the teachers or to the library. Maybe this will include a wish list that is shown in the library, and parents can go and find the teacher that they would like to purchase for, find books on their wish list. Or maybe it would like to include parents just purchasing a gift certificate and the teachers coming down to spend that. Now, consider a plan for all students to shop. Sometimes in schools, different students that are economically disadvantaged might not have an opportunity to come and spend money at the book fair. Look through your budget and the budget of the school and decide if you want to donate $1 to each of these students to be able to come and pick out a book so they have the opportunity to experience this school-wide event and get literature for their home. Now, attend a book fair training. This is so important. Book fair trainings offer you a chance to meet someone from your book fair distributor that you can contact during any time of your planning. And it also offers you a chance to meet other librarians in your area that are going through the same thing you are, book fair, and they can help you bounce ideas off of one another and make plans and see what works and what doesn't. Finally, once the materials arrive, set up your book fair, but do not do this on your own. Make sure you have someone that can look around the library or the gymnasium, wherever this is being set up at, and make a plan about what is going to be the best store plan for your book fair. So have help doing that. The week of the book fair. First, display a book fair sign or banner outside of your school so that everyone that passes by your school knows it's book fair week. Come shop. Each morning, email all of the teachers the schedule of the book fair. This is so important because teachers have a lot on their mind, and it's our job to help them stay reminded of the schedule so that they're sure to send their students down to shop. Now, every morning on the announcements, announce various titles available in the book fair. Really pump these titles up. Make them sound exciting. Tell short summaries to where kids, when they come in the book fair, they know, I want to try that book. I want to look at that book that I heard on the announcements. This is so important. Choose specific individuals to run the cash register and to count money with you. You do not want to have to think back through all the people that ran the cash register that day if there's a discrepancy. Have a plan where it's you and a couple of others that are very trained and very trustworthy to count money. So at the end of the day, they can count money again with you and they can deal with the money all day to where if there's any confusion, you know exactly who to look to. And help the customers find the perfect book. This is so fun because when the students come in, they have an idea of what they want, and your job is to match their style of reading with their budget. And that can sometimes be tricky, but if you do so with a smile, then they are sure to leave the book fair feeling very pleased with their purchase. Here I have some pictures of a successful book fair. As you can see, the kids are very excited and they each have found a book that matches their ideas and interests that they really enjoy. And behind them are a lot of genres of books. We have fiction chapter books, fiction picture books, nonfiction, all sorts of things that will allow kids to match their reading style with the book of their choice. Author visits. Why should your school have an author visit? Well, for a number of reasons. First of all, students gain a connection to the author's books. It is so cool for students to be able to say, hey, I have read that book and I've actually met that author. I've talked to him. I've seen his presentation. I know all about him or her. It really gives the students some bragging rights and they feel very proud. Next, students can see that authors are people just like them. You know, sometimes kids get this big idea of an author that it's just someone huge that they could never be. But once they meet an author, they see that an author is someone who just found their talent and pursued it. Students can see the fruits of the writing process. So many times the kids become overwhelmed with the big STAR test in 4th grade and the writing process just seems so huge. But when kids are given the opportunity to see an author that's worked through the planning and the pre-writing and so on, all the stages of the writing process, they really realize, hey, this writing process is not beyond my reach. If that author can do it, then so can I. And finally, kids learn communication and audience skills. This is so important. Kids get the chance to talk to someone who they consider a little bit famous. They learn about appropriate questions, appropriate comments, and they learn how to sit in an audience and listen to a presentation and wait for their turn to speak and to pull different parts of the speech into their lives. And this is a great thing that they will carry with them through a lifetime. Okay, let's talk about planning your awesome author visit. The main thing, promote the author. Talk about the author. Read his or her books to the students and show the students the website. Have students make posters of the book covers and make welcome signs. The more you do to pump up this attitude about we're excited about the author visit, it's going to spread to them. In fact, be excited about the visit. Excitement's contagious. When they see that you cannot wait to meet this author, they're going to start talking about it and their excitement will build. Now, this is very important. When you're making your plans for the author visit, talk to the author. Email him, talk to him. Do whatever you need to do to make sure that you know the content and details of the presentation. You do not want to be surprised when the author talks about something that you weren't quite expecting. So be very specific about your expectations. Let them know about your town, your school. Let them know what kinds of things are appropriate that you want to hear about. Let them know the age range of the students and how many students will be in each presentation. The more they know and the more you know will ensure that this author visit is a success. Now, discuss the pricing of the performances with the author and have all the paperwork ready. You want to be able to know the exact price that you owe that author and make sure that you have the amount in your budget to do so. Have everything ready. When they show up, they can sign and take their check and be on their way. Ensure that the author has the school address, phone number, and the correct arrival time. You want to make sure that author can reach you at any point during the day. Ahead of time, get a list of all the equipment that the author will need and have that waiting for the author. Now, this is important, food. Plan lunch for the author. They need to eat too, and make sure that it's something that they really enjoy. Get a list of allergies beforehand so that they can actually sit down and enjoy their meal. Now, decide if books will be sold or autographs given. This is important to fit into your schedule because they can't do a presentation and sign books at the same time. So decide what you need to do and what's most important in your day. Now, consider planning a special event for certain students, maybe an author's lunch where certain students get to eat lunch with the author. This isn't a necessity, but it sure does get the kids really excited about a meet and greet with the author. Now, discuss behavior expectations of the students. They will behave the best they can if they know the expectations. So be clear that this author is a guest and this is a privilege for us to have. So let them know exactly what they need to do during the presentation and after the presentation to make that author feel very impressed. The day of the author visit, you have one job. That's to host your author. Cancel everything that you have planned on a normal day and meet the author. Walk him to where he needs to go and make sure that he's comfortable, which even means have your water ready for him. Authors do a lot of speaking and they're going to need to stay hydrated, so make sure you have that. And during presentations, be prepared to discipline unruly audience members. It's not the author's job. They're here to present, and your job is to make sure that that goes as well as possible, which even means stepping in to make sure that the audience members are doing the best they can. Now, big time for the author. Pay the author. Don't make him or her remind you. This can be awkward if you forget, so make it a priority. Make yourself a note. Have someone remind you. Have a certain time to where you know I've got to pay this author and I do not want him to have to ask for his money. Here we have some pictures of an amazing author visit. We have two kids with a book written by Mr. Michael Anthony Steele, who visited our school. We have all the students seated, ready to begin the presentation. Beneath that, we have a group of kids that were chosen to eat with the author, and we also have a big welcome sign that met the author at the door. Introducing National Deer Day, Drop Everything and Read. Those who read succeed. Students have a chance to read for fun. This is a day where everyone puts aside all of their big important things and just sit down and read, and they enjoy a book of their choice. You can have kids complete readers' responses to share with other students. You can also give them the chance to see faculty reading silently. Yes, during National Drop Everything and Read Day, even the faculty sits down and reads a book of their choice in front of the kids. Also, when you have a set encourage time to read for fun, then more books are going to be read because on that day, reading is to be extremely popular. Okay, to plan your National Deer Day, visit this website on Bullet 1. This is the program's website, and it will give you all sorts of information on planning your event. Now, brainstorm a challenge to encourage grade levels to participate and a way of accountability to ensure that everyone's reading. For example, growing a school of readers is something our school is going to do. During National Deer Day, when every child reads a book, they will fill out a reader's response in the shape of a flower. And these flowers we posted through our school to show everyone that we are growing just like flowers, except we're growing as readers. Now, build excitement and support by discussing the plans with everyone, teachers, administration, parents, and students. Let them know what you're planning and really build up this excitement. Print Deer Day invitations from the website. You can print bookmarks, certificates. You can print all sorts of things and pass those out to the teachers so they have everything they need beforehand. Now, this is important for the kids. Make arrangements for prizes, such as an ice cream party or a popcorn party if the goal is met. Set a goal. We're going to read a certain number of books today, and that's our goal throughout the school. And if that goal's met, then reward the kids. Educate the students on the author behind this day. That author's Beverly Cleary. Really talk up her books and let them know the purpose behind Deer. National Drop Everything and Read Day is when we make reading a priority and we show that it's a blast. Deer Day celebration is a busy day. Your job is to travel to all the classes, gather up those reading responses, hold drawings for those that have completed the reader's response cards, and give them small prizes to keep their motivation going. Display those responses all through the school. When kids walk through the hallway that day, you want them to see we're growing. Send emails to the teachers announcing how many books have been read. Let them share that with their students. And even make surprise visits to classes and read a story with them. Before dismissal, announce on a loudspeaker all the results of the Deer Day Readathon. Let them know their day of reading has been a total success. Here are some Deer Day pictures from past years. We have students enjoying their books, and we also have two great teachers that really took the part of their book and dressed like a character in their book. Finally, we have references from this presentation. We have a number of articles, including we also have two websites by Dan Gutman and A Frugal Teacher. Check out these references if you want to learn more, and remember that special library events are worth all of the planning, all of the preparation, because it shows kids that we love to read and that reading is enjoyable.